Hello there, today we're going to make a homemade banana bread. The first thing, preheat your oven for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure the oven will be nice and hot. You're going to take about 9.3 by 5.2 by 2.7 inch loaf pan. Spray it with non-stick cooking spray with butter that I'm using for it. And then line the bottom of the pan with some parchment paper will easy to release. Starting off with the wet ingredients, I have 1 stick of unsalted butter, room temperature. We're going to put in both sugars. I'm going to put about here a half a cup of firmly packed light or dark brown sugar. I'm going to follow by a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now you're just going to cream this together until light and fluffy. There we go. Now we're going to add 2 large eggs. Have that at room temperature. You're going to beat in one at a time. You're going to make sure to scraping down the sides of the bowl occasionally, using with the rubber spatula. And I'm just going to use a rubber spatula to scrape it down all the way. Don't want to get any lumps of those. I'm going to add a half teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I already mashed up with 3 large very ripe bananas. And I'm going to use with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Just to get nice and moist. And you're going to keep going. It's almost there. I'm just going to keep scraping down all the way. Moving on for the dry ingredients in the separate bowl, I have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. What I have in this here, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoons of kosher salt. And we're just going to stir all the way. I'm going to use the one with a wire whisk to get everything well, and you can smell the cinnamons inside. Hopefully it's going to taste great. And look at that color of the flour. Now you want to slowly add the flour mixture, alternating the milk. We're going to use it with 1 cup of whole milk. Then we're going to get this, starting a little flour at a time. Beat well. Get a little milk. Get a little more flour. Get a little more milk. Let's finish the rest of the dry. And the rest of the milk. Alright, this is almost there. I'm going to keep scraping down all the way. Here we are. I just scraping all the way through. Then I clean the beaters. Don't want to waste that. Now this is totally optional. You can fold in 1 cup of each of the Sun-Maid California raisins, grated dates, chopped walnuts, chopped pecans, or even chocolate chips. I'm going to use the one with both semi-sweet chocolate chips. Okay, fold it right in first. And of course, I toast it with some chopped pecans. Very nice and fragrant. I'm going to fold it in also. If you don't have to, it doesn't really matter if you want to leave it out. We just fold it into this batter. We're going to pour this right into the prepared pan. Hopefully that bowl might be almost heavier. And I'm quite sure if there's not enough loaf pan, I'm going to see how that works for it. I'm just going to get this right off of the batter and almost all the way up here. I'm just going to spread it all the way. Just level it off if you can. And we just spread it over into the loaf pan. We're going to bake this has been preheated for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to pop it for 1 hour until slightly brown. If I have any leftover batter, I decide I can use the one with the muffin. I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks. Alright, this is it. After it's baked for 400 degrees Fahrenheit, only 1 hour, I just took it out from the oven. I put it on a wire rack and then I let it cool for additional 1 hour. Using the toothpick to stick it into the center of the bread to check with, and it comes out clean. After, if I have any extra batter, I decided I made one with those muffins. It took about like 30 minutes ago. We're gonna keep cooling for this bread. Alright, if it got still warm after it's cool, you can go ahead. Use the butter knife to run around for the pan. You want to do that very slowly, but don't go too fast. I'm gonna flip that over. And it released. And you can peel off the parchment paper and you can flip it upright. That's perfect. Alright, let's give that a check how they're looking for. It's been just slices over here. I might sure I need about another loaf pan. There's not enough, only one. But I usually whip the muffins inside. You can get that little check about all the chocolate chips and pecans. If this got, you know, if I saw the bread's got collapsed. But anyway, you have a finished banana bread. Enjoy. One last thing I forgot to tell you why about these extra batter. I made up for this muffin, I cut it in half. It just got little tongues over here. I probably will. Banana bread and the banana muffins.